Yeah, there wasn't too much body roll there, but the tires were up and down, up and down, up and down.
Oh,
Like
no, the
crazy.
whole
It was like
body
kind of minor.
shaking.
It was kind of minor for me at least.
Well, where y'all headed?
I think he needed food because he's fat.
Nah, I got food. You want some food?
Yeah, I need some extra food.
Hey. Crazy you
I'm
said that to
bulking.
me.
Brandy,
Yes, darling.
I want you to know that I asked Lucas the other day
What?
if I said "Complicated" by Avril Lavigne, would you know what song I'm referring to? To which he said, "Hold on," then had to put the song on to confirm he knew the song.
Do you know the
How do
funny
you not
thing?
know that? Why you got it, please?
The only reason I know that song is from Brandy.
What?
Oh.
It's in your playlist.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck. Holy
Throwbacks.
fuck.
That's a good throwback.
That's what I was saying.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. It's gotta go in every throwback.
The
playlist,
other
you know
the
what I
other
mean?
song I would bring up is All the Things She Said by Tattoo. And like,
I don't know that one.
Girl, you know that one.
Girl.
You gotta know that
one. What'd you say it was?
All the Things She Said by Tattoo, but it's T-A-T-U. That's like equal level, not equal level throwback to Complicated. 'Cause Complicated was like big.
Yeah, no, I know it. Banger.
But like, I'm just trying to figure out if I can tell people's age based upon whether or not they know these songs by just the title.
Who do you think's older, me or Brandy?
Brandy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
By like a year.
Ooh. Wait, hold up. And despite that, there ain't no way you didn't know Complicated by name. Like, that's mind-blowing to me.
Nah.
That's like
I'm
if I
really
said
bad at
Photograph by fucking like Nickelback or something. Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy was speeding.
Not wrong. Let's go to the Alpha.
Round 2 electric
Let's
boogaloo,
go.
611-76 to the Alpha.
399.
390. I'm ready with the Yote Scout. The Scout Yodi. That's what I'm calling it.
That's got a Yodi in it.
A firm. Don't worry, it's still an understeery mess. Oh, it's southbound Mad Wayne Thunder. Approaching Spanish. Full sending southbound. Left eastbound Boulevard del Perro. I don't think I'm going to make the turn. I made it. Right southbound Portola. And opposing lanes approaching the jewelry store. Passing it. Left eastbound Dorset. Active 80 with the Silver Alpha. Left northbound Los Laguanas. Traffic very light, non-existent. Weather ass.
Secondary. Weather is ass indeed. Braking left westbound Hawick. Just approaching the San Vitus Road. Left southbound San Vitus. Continue southbound San Vitus. Braking right westbound Arson.
I can assure you it's raining for the driver in front of me because
Left westbound Carson.
I see how they drive it.
Left southbound Palomino. Southbound Palomino. Bennett southbound Palomino. Braking left eastbound Vespucci. 22. Yeah.
No, that's intentional. I otherwise can't turn. This is my normal turn.
Left northbound Alta.
That motion tank.
I think we have 3 units on it. We could use one more if you just want to parallel. Continue northbound Alta. It's pretty fast. It's a Alpha. I don't know what car that is. Braking left westbound Occupation. It's silver in color. And it's quite fast. Left southbound Los Lunas. Passing Rockford Plaza Clothing Store.
Randy, you don't know what an alpha is?
No, I don't.
It's a shame.
I know. I'm just a girl. Right, Westbound San Andreas.
Okay. She's just playing around. She's been hanging around with me all morning. She knows what an alpha is.
Left, no, I don't. Fat fuck, shut up. Southbound Palomino, breaking left, eastbound alleyways parallel with San
I
Andreas,
love shift
exiting
3
out Clay.
shenanigans. Holy fuck.
Right, southbound Clay. Crossing Vespucci. Continue southbound Clay. Left eastbound example. King left northbound Alpha. Northbound Alpha Street. Braking left westbound San Andreas. Oh, he said it's all good for a little
Oh.
U-turning
The driver
eastbound
of
San
this car
Andreas.
has a monkey mask.
Right,
I'm scared.
southbound Alpha. I'm a little scared too.
Like the flippy monkey mask?
Eastbound Vespucci, yes
Hippie
sir.
monkey mask.
Right, southbound Elgin. Approaching Innocent. Merging eastbound Innocence. Braking left and northbound.
on.
Crusade. Is this north? Is Crusade north? I don't know. Left and
One of the
westbound
days.
Capital.
Chat.
Approaching Strawberry. They're split up just a wee bit.
You
They
guys
get nervous,
remind me,
stop barking
oh,
left,
dude, oh my
westbound.
god, you guys remind. Do you
Southwest
guys
Strawberry.
remember? Sorry, I was just was looking at
Braking
something
right,
and
westbound
read
Storm.
partial title of a song. You guys remember when we were talking to Irish and I mentioned All Things You Said by Tattoo, and he suggested a remix with Industry Baby or whatever. So I found something on Spotify, but it says 8D audio, okay? And I listened to it. And the song continuously shifts from left, like far left, to center, to all the way right. I'm gonna play it for a short period of time, just so you guys can experience this. Hold on. Here. I don't know how anyone could listen to that. Could you imagine listening to that in a car? Excuse the fuck me? Hello? Okay, now we're going back to like listening to normal stuff.
Hit Bob before I kill these motherfuckers, guys. Gun left, gun left. Right, northbound Palomino. Right, eastbound alleyway. Oh, Perry's trying to take primary, I guess. Exiting out Calais.
Oh
I
my
hit a
god.
pole! I hit a pole! I didn't even try to take it.
Left northbound,
They're trying to
taking the
take the
skip to Senior Buns. Right. Oh, U-turning. U-turning. The car's a little...
Bro, genuinely.
Oh, it's boxed.
Who the fuck is driving?
It's boxed.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Are we good? We good? We good?
Like that guy
It's boxed.
Reverse.
I'm just gonna wait for it to
Wait, guys,
go.
calm
Keep
down.
flipping
Think
out.
about this logically, okay? You can
What
get
the
out. I
fuck
believe
are
in
you
you.
doing?
I might be it, guys.
Toe to tie.
This is sickening.
Drivers out. They're both out on
This
foot.
is fucking sickening.
Whoa,
One of
we've
them
got
has a gun,
class
a big
two.
gun in hand. The monkey mask has a big gun in hand.
He's gone into senior buns.
Class 2 and senior buns.
The front entrance.
I was gonna try and pull it out, but now it's dangerous.
Raccoon, this was the craziest U-turn I've ever seen.
Going back for the car. Hang on, Kev, don't run him over. He's going back in, I
Wait,
think. I'm getting back
wait.
in my car.
Don't run over. Oh my god, he's breaking the box! He's breaking the box!
Okay, he's still running
Hey,
over.
Raccoon, I need you to do something.
Mine's going back.
What do you want me to do,
There's a
man?
You see
second
that
one
motherfucker with the
running
red
in
hair?
from the
Light
south.
him the fuck up,
Might
man.
not be involved, actually.
Do not do that.
It's like they're on the phone now,
Monkey Mouse is on the
hopping
phone,
around.
hippity hopping around.
Raccoon, your decision making is fucking ridiculous out here.
Yeah, personally,
Bro, I told you.
I just don't. Brother, is there a reason you made a U-turn here when you could have just went straight out onto San Andreas?
Oh, they're having a domestic. That's funny.
Listen, pal. Listen, bro. Brother. I told you I couldn't fucking drive. All right.
Yeah, brother, you don't need to drive, brother. You.
Drive.
Oh my god.
Just drive, he's saying, forehead. Just drive.
Just drive, bro.
All right, he's running out. He might hold somebody. Oh, maybe
There's
not.
gotta be
I thought he was
something
gonna
I
hold
can do. Can I
hostage.
like launch control this bitch or something? Like,
What is there to launch?
like isn't there like a launch control button on the dashboard or something that maybe let me get like some super speed off the gate or something?
I think if your tires spin enough, you might get traction. Let's just keep going.
Oh.
Just wait.
I'm coming to pick up an individual.
Yo, big boy.
Oh, smoke screen. I see the smoke screen. It's working. I can barely see. I can barely see. Jesus, stop. Come on, stop. We can barely see you. Trying to get the tires to pop. Come on, just give up.
Getting into a black
Monkey
and
Mouth
color
getting
Sultan,
into
and they're taking off
occupied 3
westbound.
times. Occupied 3 times a foot.
They may come and try and bash the car out. It might come from south side. Oh no, they're different. They're eastbound Vespucci.
Hey,
I think they're actually
that
gone.
monkey man just got picked up and he said he's leaving you. So do you want to just give up?
Maybe they're gonna go and get another
He's
car and
asking
then
for-
come and help. So
The
just be ready,
driver,
guys.
the driver in the silver car is asking for a little bump. I don't know if he's talking about coke or a little car.
Oh, it could be both at the same time. We should get him for a DUI.
Yep, I agree.
Can we clarify, sir? Are you wanting a like a bump of coke
I'm gonna
or
hold
like
you.
a bump out the
There you
box?
go. I got you, Perry.
Oh my god, bro, it's holy shit.
You want me to get out and try and pull him out, or is
I
he?
can pull him out. Yeah, I was gonna say one of us.
Yeah, go on. You go,
Maybe
Perry.
Brandy, the one that's sitting in the back seat, could possibly
Well,
pull her out.
okay, if I get ran over because I can't pull him out with all of you.
Be careful.
Oh, Brandy, get out. Brandy, get out. Brandy, get out.
I love bumper cars. It makes me excited.
Oh, he's
You like me
mounting
on top of
Perry
you,
on
don't you,
with
you
no
dirty little
consent.
boy? You
That
like
is
me on
crazy.
top of you, don't you?
All right,
He
he
is
broke
out
the
of the
box.
box.
He broke the box. Southbound Clay.
Wait, is Tracker still
Left,
on? And he no longer has
eastbound.
raccoon?
Yeah. Wait, we're not going.
Left northbound through Red Garage with the Alpha.
Oh, sorry, 611 Communications, northbound through the footpath towards Las Lagunas. They have no way of disabling this tracker, so they are eastbound and underground, unless he is some godlike hacker and driver at the same time. Right, southbound, Alta, left, eastbound, lower San Andreas. Continuing eastbound.
Tracker is updated.
The tracker's active. Fantastic.
Southbound Elgin, left, eastbound Vespucci.
Is the
Oh, I think they're gonna try to swap them back in.
Oh,
He's picking-
Monkey Man.
Oh, Monkey Man.
He's
with the
getting back
class
in.
two. Right, next to box, this motherfucker, Monkey Man, is the primary target. Motherfucker's got a class 2.
All right,
He could have put it in that vehicle.
That's true. Let's get him anyway. He's a monkey. Left, eastbound, Innocence Boulevard. Right, southbound through Dick Glover's parking lot, going back out to Davis. To the south, immediate right, westbound into an alleyway. Going out next to Lucky Plug of Strawberry Ave. Right, northbound Strawberry, left into the Clothing Store car park, back out to Elgin, still north. There's interference. Looks like they 50. Damn.
Don't
So
worry, we
northbound
got
Elgin.
interference. Don't worry, y'all.
Nice, good shot. So northbound, passing the medical center, left westbound occupation. Immediate left southbound power.
You hold it. 390 secondary. Continuing southbound upper power. Merging lower power. Still continuing south. Left eastbound through the alleyway. Exiting towards Elgin. Left northbound Elgin. Right eastbound Vespucci. Right southbound Strawberry. Right, westbound, heading towards the VU through the alleyways across from the Strawberry gas station. Oh, we can box him here. We can box him.
Yep.
We got him boxed.
Need a third unit in.
We
Just to help
oh,
hold it.
Wait, the
Oh,
vehicle's
it's not.
smoking.
I think
Is it disabled?
It is smoking. No, I think this back wheel's still moving. It's still going.
It's...
Hold there, don't bash it, otherwise it might go out.
Are we sure? I think it's out.
Where's
Is it
the,
out?
what's the 20?
We are to the west of the Strawberry gas station in an alleyway.
A firm, we're still
Back
on
wheel's still
the
moving.
Black Sultan. We're all the way up. I don't think they're coming.
Both out. Both are out.
Out of the vehicle! Hands up!
One is on the phone. The other one
Hands
is
up!
pissing in the corner. He's doing something.
What? He's touching what?
He's doing something. Monkey Mask is running westbound. I've got my class 2 cover.
390, same traffic. Perry, Monkey Mask is behind you.
Sir, I'm gonna be cuffing you right now.
I believe the Sultan's
giant
occupied 3
behind the back
times. They only have room for one, and one of the driver is on the phone right now.
Monkey Man's on the phone.
Stop moving.
Stop running!
A firm, this is the car the Monkey Man did get into, so he's probably
Hands
coming back
behind
now.
your
We're heading
back.
Eastbound Boulevard Del Perro, but just call the flip suit.
Copy. Rhodes is going for cuffs. He's escaped. We're running westbound out onto
Stop running!
Elgin Avenue, right next to the strip club entrance. Perry is across the street, running it solo, actually running it. Okay,
Stop
we're
running!
taking the on ramp up to La Puerta, to Del Perro. No, again, Olympic.
Stop moving.
I got you
Give me your
covered.
hands. He just said he's about to go to jail, Rose.
Don't
That's what he
reach.
just said. He escaped. He's insane.
Oh, he's back out onto Elgin. Never mind. Going eastbound back into the strip club area.
Stop
Perry, what's
running!
your status?
King, we're at the 24/7 on Innocence.
Copy that. We need 177 to Perry, please. Oh, he's going to the roof of the strip club. Monkey guy.
Do you want us to break off the Black Sultan to go to Perry?
Yes, I think that's probably best.
A firm, okay.
We'll see them
Rerouting
back
to
here
Perry's
anyway.
location.
We're jumping down to the front of the strip club. Ugh. And we're going eastbound. We're behind the cash exchange thing.
I'm too far away. I'm gonna go for my car and I'll assist.
Copy that. We're going southbound, correct? Yeah, no, northbound on the rooftops, parallel with Strawberry. Now turning southbound, we might jump down to Strawberry. We're sort of jumping around the rooftops next to the strip club. He's just jumped down. He's running southbound out towards Innocence Boulevard, right next to Cash Exchange. He's on to Innocence. He's turned a corner. If I die, then it was a monkey. He's on to Strawberry northbound. He's hippity
Come
hopping.
southbound towards towards the alleyways. What you got?
Stopping at the entrance. He's
How
just.
about this? Let me offer you something.
Okay.
All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's drop the guns.
Okay.
Let's drop the gun.
All
Right.
right.
Are you guys gambling, men?
No.
Yes, I speak for myself.
Rhodes is good.
Listen, Rhodes. Let's hit a gamble real quick, all right?
What's
Let's
the
hit a
gamble?
All right.
195,
all right.
there's a tan and color Sultan in
We roll
we're
some
just in
dice.
an alleyway off of Farm.
3, 6, 1, roll. I win.
We're
No
negotiating with
tasers.
one of them, stand by.
You win. I turn myself in.
I'm content with that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm rolling.
Go on, Rhodes. Oh,
I got 12.
I got
And you
12.
got a 12.
What the fuck?
Wait, we had
Okay.
identical
Same
rolls.
roll.
A 2, 4, 6.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
All right. Run it back.
I'm rolling. Oh,
No.
a 10.
No. 13.
Oh.
No
Let it
tasers.
continue, baby. Let it continue.
All right, we're still in pursuit of Monkey Man towards the VU eastbound or westbound. Sorry.
If I outrun you guys.
11 will get back to their vehicle. We have 195.
Hey, firm. We did agree no tasers. We rolled. If I won, he would have turned himself in.
Come on.
We're continuing westbound along Innocence Boulevard.
Oh, I'll come get him.
A firm. Individual can be identified by their hunchback.
Come on. Come on.
It's hunched over.
Dodge the tackle. Dodge the tackle. Oh!
Ow.
Oh, I'm LeBron James, baby.
Oh.
I'm
Well-
LeBron James.
Put a
I'm
warrant
LeBron
out.
James.
We've got his name.
Oh. Did you just provide a false or fictitious name? That's impersonation. Individual's been tackled.
I'm going for cuffs on you, sir. Give me them hands.
As we continue.
We're continuing eastbound Innocence, emerging southbound Strawberry.
Perry, is there any way that guy could go back, or is that the guy that's in cuffs that you guys got?
He's in cuffs. He's in cuffs.
Okay.
The only one we have to worry about now is the Sultan.
Can you guys move triage and that suspect over to where we have the
Rhodes,
cars?
another
so
deal
everything's
option.
covered?
Another deal option.
What's the deal, Spain?
Yes, we can. We'll move him.
Thank you.
Go for cuffs.
I'm ready.
I'll go for cuffs then.
Another deal option, Rhodes. If I get caught, Rhodes, can I stay and wait to see if the people in the Sultan get caught?
I don't know about that yet. You're done for. This is it.
This is it.
Into cuffs you go.
Am I getting 4K?
Rhodes.
399 and Rhodes.
Rhodes, I have a sidebar with you.
Sidebar?
Yeah,
I have the
right
picture of the cuff. I have the picture.
We got
of the cuff.
195.
Perfect.
Triage point is slightly north.
Rhodes, I
and
need
the
to have a
repair
sidebar
place.
with you, like right
Apologies.
now.
Sidebar? Okay.
Yes.
Stay there.
Look, if they get caught, you gotta hold.
Yeah,
if
well,
they're
let's
still
just
in
go
the chase,
to where
you
we've
gotta
got
hold me.
we've got the cars. We can start.
Miller, this isn't triage.
Okay. So west of the gas station, I'm gonna get you moved over to decor, as Alice would
Rhodes,
say, decor.
until they make it away, I'm not willing to go to prison.
What do you mean? I don't even know if we have a unit on them.
Okay, if they're not out,
What is this on the ground?
This place.
if they're not out, Rhodes.
Why is there a makeshift 1911 here? Yo, I found a makeshift 1911 here on the ground. Was
Okay.
Monkey Man here before?
Ugh, funny joke.
Right on me in front of the Ring of Fire.
He did run that. He was that in front. I mean, we chased him there.
Did anyone see him drop it at any point in time? I gotta take a photo of this. I'm gonna check it for DNA. You better not be lying to me.
Yeah, it's not mine, bro. Don't even try to put that on me. But Rhodes, I'm not going to prison until finding out whether they're caught or not. If they get caught, I have to take the fault for what's mine.
Is the trash point by Rose's SUV?
10-9?
Rhodes, I'm already in deep shit. You gotta help me out here.
It's by Rose's
Well, hold on.
SUV. I forgot the name of this car.
The scale?
Yeah, that. Is that where the trash point is?
I'm gonna be real. My radio cut out when you started talking again. When I said 10-9.
Oh, sorry.
One moment.
Can I just get another 20 on the triage?
Triage is across the street from the Strawberry gas station, the alleyway that people take towards the VU, with the big truck that's typically there, except it's in the little cubby to the immediate left as you enter.
We were just by our scout. We're just a little on the wrong alleyway.
All right, got to bring you over to the VU. Let's not die crossing the street. Here, let me put this class 2 away since.
Either the suspects have a weapon that takes 762.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mr. Rhodes,
Yep. Speak.
They'll remove
if
from
they're
the
not being, I'm not willing to go to prison until I find out whether they're caught or not.
I don't think anybody is chasing them, so I think they got away.
I need you to confirm for me.
I will confirm that Shlomi Spectre is twatting any laundry services. Not good for you. You need laundry services. Jasper twatted hashtag not a crash out. Levi twatted criminal, I tell you. Followed by being chased by a cop that can't see rain is criminal. That's actually true. I don't think Lucas. I don't think it's raining for Lucas. Anyways.
Okay.
Which is why I'm saying I'm not willing to go to jail
mine
until I
95's
know
ready to
whether
go.
they're caught or not.
Just to verify, we didn't get anybody from the Sultan, correct?
Negative.
A firm.
They never showed up after.
The Sultan's gone.
They're out?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's the best news I could hear. That's the best news I could hear.
Is that because you dumped the class 2 in their car?
I dumped. Oh, yeah, you haven't Mirandized me. I dumped a whole load of shit in their car.
Ooh. Well.
A report's up.
I am actually I'm gonna bring you over. I'll walk you over to the crash out, okay?
Rose, you're with the other 95, right?
Hey, firm, I'm walking him over. We're almost there.
Okay. All right.
Damn, there's so many. You think you can actually get your hair and nails did over here?
Probably not. I wouldn't do it anyways, but probably not.
You could probably go here.
That's probably like a Probably, but that's probably like a money laundering service right there, man. They're probably selling meth out the back.
Ooh. So, Brandy was looking for clarification. The bump that your friend was asking for, was that for drugs or was that just like a physical bump?
No, we needed a. No, that was like a. Don't worry about it, man. I don't know. Ask him.
Oop.
Yeah, I've actually lost 8 cars to 3 out of 3 VAFs, all of them with
Have
stage
you?
5. Yeah.
Ooh.
This man's
Yeah.
not afraid.
It's been a rough day. It's been a
I
rough
mean, the way
day.
I look at it is, what's the point of buying cars if you don't use them?
That's true. 129 accomplished to attempt to murder of a government employee.
See, that's
Holy.
crazy because that's accomplice. Most of the time, it's the other people doing that shit, not me.
Yeah, you've got 26 of the
Yeah,
direct ones.
Yeah, those ones are probably mine. The other ones are just like
Those
I
like
go down and then people, and then it just gets pinned on me. I don't get it. One time I was incapacitated for a whole shootout, and
Hit 30 times.
yeah, and I got hit with 30 times twice on 2 different occasions. 2 different occasions. One of them was because of Flippy. The other one was because of like a forehead or something.
I'm grabbing my scout. I have not searched who I believe to be Elliot Hadid, also known as Raccoon. So, King, I do want to talk to you about something, which is I think we've frequently been putting aliases in the center of people's name, and it's making their names no longer searchable. You type their full name. I think we should put aliases at the end of their name.
That's crazy. You should always get
Yeah,
get a
but
lawyer
like,
if
bro,
you're
it's
confused
always
about
the
something.
corrupt ass BCSO Ventura doing this dumb shit to me.
Whoa!
What the? You did not. You did not say that. Excuse you.
Is that a threat to his life?
What the fuck did you just say?
Oh my god.
I hate
don't have
I have
Ventura.
something more
I hate
appropriate.
Sheriff
You know,
Gordon.
as someone else said this to me in the
hate
cells yesterday. It didn't say corruption, but he did say he hated BCSO. He was very unhappy with it.
They are literally a fucking gang. Every time Ventura and Gray are around, they talk like a fucking gang. They move like a gang. They act like a gang.
What'd you say about
no
Ventura?
Professionalism. Fuck
Whoa.
Ventura. Guy's a piece. Look, see what I mean? Look at this guy trying to threaten me. Look at that. You see what I mean? They act like a fucking gang.
I'm not trying to threaten nobody.
Damn. Oh.
BCSO act like a gang. They talk like a gang. They move like a gang. Y'all motherfuckers just a gang backed by the law. And fucking Ventura, Aspen Gray, the corrupt of them all.
Aren't you in a gang?
Disgusting. Exactly. So it takes one to know one. Exactly. But here's the thing. I admit that I'm in a gang. The thing is, I'm not backed in legislation. This guy Ventura's a crazy person. He's a psychopath. Which is why I'm proud to announce that I will be running for mayor of the North. And I will be taking care of the BCSO.
What
It's
an
gonna be a whole new
announcement.
fucking world up
Are you
there.
going to do that at the BCSO meeting as well, that whole speech?
If I go to that BCSO meeting, it would be to bomb it.
What?
Whoa!
No.
I actually mean
That's
it
a
from the
threat.
bottom of my heart. I
think we should take it to BCSO to process him.
But here's the thing.
Whoa.
I'm not so ignorant to even think. I'm not ignorant at all. I agree that there are people in the BCSO that are good ones, that are honestly amazing cops, that are
Yes,
professional,
like me.
and that act
Thank you.
amazing. But I'm not crazy to think that if the head of the snake is corrupt, it falls down to the very bottom. You know, the other day I went.
No way you're talking
let
about
me tell you
snakes in
something.
front of raccoon who's in Hydra.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on, I've got to hear what he says.
I
Let's
went
hear
to
about
the
him quick.
I'm really
BCSO
intrigued.
Academy. Listen, I went to the BCSO Academy, and there was 12 cadets lined up. Man, I was licking my chops. I was thinking Molotov, drive-by, or maybe I just do good old Al Capone, pull out the Tommy gun and mow them all down. So I walked up to the cadet and I said, "You're lucky I don't mow you down right now." And you know what he said? He said, "You won't do shit, bitch." And I was shocked. If I
Holy
closed my
shit.
eyes, I would think I was talking to an East Side Bala gang.
Oh my god.
And I was like, "Are you seriously gonna say that shit right now? You do realize you're about to be a police officer, and when you get the badge, you are upheld to a higher standard in society.
That's
you
true.
are to act differently when you have that badge, because you're representing not only yourself
Professionally.
but the brothers and sisters that serve alongside you. So if I'm gonna do that shit and you're gonna say you won't do shit, bitch, meaning that you want me to mow down your whole line of cadets. And you know, I talked to Captain Ventura about it. You know what he does? He laughs and he says, "Well, what else do you want him to fucking say?" And I'm like, wow, what a great response, Captain Ventura. What a great response. So I have an AK and I'm threatening to mow this guy down. He said, you won't do shit, bitch. So he's willing to not only sacrifice himself, but the 9, 10, 11 brothers and sisters standing alongside him. And that's a prime example of the BCSO.
Didn't you
Move
say there
like a
was
gang,
12
talk
cadets?
like a gang, act like a gang. Yeah. There was.
Yeah. So how do we get to the 9, 10, 11?
Yeah, like 9, 10, 11 cadets like alongside him, because he was like 1 plus 11.
Ventura plus 12 cadets, 13?
No, it was
A
like
twe- huh?
it was like a whole bunch of cadets lined up, and there was like Ventura, Sheriff Gray, a whole bunch of people.
Oh.
It's just corruption. I mean really, like I mean, if you really put 2 and 2 together, it's just awful. It's just awful. It's
PD from Echo 25.
Go for PD.
Don't get me started,
Am I
man.
needed
It's
for that scene at
disgusting.
VU?
Do either y'all require medical?
No, sir.
No, I'm
Fine,
good.
just not.
Negative. They're Ocean King.
I fucking hate the BCSO. It's so
Oh,
bad.
You're hurting my feelings.
And I don't mean to, because you probably could be one of the good ones.
I am
But
a good
the thing
one.
is, it just with Captain Ventura and Sheriff, it's just, I don't get it. I mean, the guy's married to a Saints individual.
What's
I mean,
wrong with that?
He's corrupt. He's corrupt. You know
There's
what he
actually
said
multiple
today?
groups that talk about that.
You know, he raided me, and I asked him why he raided me. He said because I pissed him off.
Do
And I'm
you
like,
know
"That's
that
great
you would
police
find
work."
out why you were raided if you read the search warrant?
No,
Because
no,
that'll
I
be the
know-
actual
no,
reason?
Listen. No, I know why I was raided. I was caught. Well, not me. It was one of my fellow brethrens. Was caught 9 times in 30 days with a class 2. Which, by all means, listen. By all means, he deserves to get fucking raided. But when I ask you why you raided my friend, and your answer is because I pissed you off, it's okay. First of all, I pissed you off. So why are you going after my friend? And he just straight up was honest, and I can appreciate honesty. He said, "I went after your friend because I know it would hit you the hardest." And if that doesn't scream corruption or a gang, then I don't know what does. I get it. Raid me because I broke the law, but tell me that. And don't just sit there and pick and choose who you're gonna raid. Right? But he does. You know, if you can raid anybody that was caught with a class 2 or a high caliber rifle 3 times in the past month, that means you could raid damn near every criminal in this city. But he's gonna pick and choose which ones piss him off and pick and choose which one he's not gonna raid. And if that doesn't scream corruption, then I don't know what does. At least have some consistency, right? At least raid my boy because you caught him that day, or at least raid him on the 3rd time. Why wait until the 9th time and then 5 days later when I piss you off to do it? I mean, sure, yeah, he's well within his rights, but one can argue that he's just picking and choosing based on personal bias and his emotions.
Have you
I
ever
just don't think
considered
that's a good
that?
foundation to be a police officer? I just don't.
So here's the thing. Just because someone is saying they did something for a reason to your face does not actually mean that is the reason.
No,
Now,
that
I'm
is
not
100%
saying
the
I'm not
reason.
saying the appropriate thing is to try to provoke a reaction from you, but if you are giving them a reaction every time they try to poke and prod, just to sort of get back at you and anything you've done in the past or whatever, don't fall into the trap.
I
do
agree
it.
with you. And I agree with you. And I would be ignorant into saying that you're wrong. But don't you find it kind of ironic that it's the cop telling the criminal to be the bigger man? I find that very ironic. I find it very ironic that the corruption that's in the BCSO involves Ventura turning a blind eye while Quengo tases me and shoots me in the knees. in jail, and I watch them grab their flashlights and sweep the evidence away before a marshal gets there. I
Oh my
find that
God.
crazy.
Has that been reported to the marshals?
It has. I went to the marshal. I went to the mayor. I went to multiple different people, and I've tried. I've tried my best. So if you want something done, being a leader of this new upcoming gang that, well, we've already been wiped because the BCSO raided us and we have nothing. I've decided to take my talents over to the north. If you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That's why I'm running for mayor, and I'm gonna stop this myself. But the corruption, it doesn't end. It doesn't end. I've tried going about it the right way. Believe me, I have. Marshals, LSPD chief, the mayor, judges. It didn't work. So forgive me if I resort to what I was brought up as and born into, violence. Then I started targeting BCSO, Quango, Ventura, all on my hit list. Done for. Smoking them, putting them in a pack. That doesn't work. Doesn't matter. Forgive me if I'm going about it the wrong way now. But pardon me if it was after trying countless many times to go about it the right way.
Right,
I'm a victim of the system, and these guys continue to taunt me in the cells, say the craziest shit, where if I were to just close my eyes and hear these guys speak, I would think it's the East Side Ballers, genuine. And it's shocking to me how I'm being told to be the bigger man rather than these sworn in officers of the law who are sworn to protect, serve, and uphold the Constitution. Yet they're sitting here belittling me, acting like they're above me, all this and that. Quite frank, it's disgusting. Is anything going to ever change? Are they going to ever change their way? No. Chances are I'm one of the thousands of victims that this has happened to. But I'm going to do my best in every way I can to stop this. Am I going to fall short? Probably.
The hero of the North.
Does that mean I'm not going to try? No, fuck. I'm gonna try. That's all I could do.
When are the mayor positions up?
I'm not sure.
It's a full term with Princess, so however long a full term is from whenever she got elected recently. Unless something happens and she doesn't. I've seen lots of. You see those posters up yesterday around the city? Somebody's people are very unhappy with her. They're saying she's like spending money on crazy shit, saying all kinds of crazy stuff about her. It was a big, it was posted everywhere.
It's Mr. Hobbs, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm fairly certain, I could be wrong, somebody correct me, but I do think you need to get your record expunged in order to...
I do. Yes, I do.
Yep. That requires you to be felony free for a decent period of time, and there's also going to be a fairly heavy fee associated. I think it's a percentage of all of the charges on your record.
Yeah, but I know if you're in debt or you file for bankruptcy, then they're a little more lenient in the expungement.
You can file for bankruptcy?
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. Can
why
you?
not? Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's any bankruptcy legislation. I don't think
you could get that going though.
I have no assets. I'm in debt heavily. I don't see why I can't.
How do you have no assets?
You own cars. You got some assets.
The free cars.
Free cars? What do you mean?
Yeah, like the shit. Like when I go to Mosley's, they offer me like a free tow truck, a free taxi. I have those shit, and then I have I have a couple gifts.
Shafted 2, Buffalo,
a couple gifts?
Astrod.
Oh, okay, well, listen.
A couple of gifts.
I'll tell you. Asterope, 15K. Shafter, 60K. Buffalo, 20K. Or I bought it for 10K at Forehead's used car lot. All my cars, all put together, is probably 110K, 120K.
That's still looked at as an asset, is my point. That's
that's true. That's true.
Also, I just want to say, Mr. Hobbs, that often people say that they hate police for whatever reason. I don't think I've heard someone have such an articulated response to being asked why they hate cops or what their reasoning is when they say they dislike somebody within the police. I don't agree with what you've said necessarily fully, but that was it's certainly interesting to listen to rather than the mundane I hate the police, they fucking dumb dude. So if you run for mayor, I'd be very interested to see what you do if you get elected.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, I'm definitely not the type of guy that just hates people for no reason. I mean, I have multiple stories to tell of these guys and how they. It's just, in my opinion, I believe that when you're an officer, you are expected to act a certain way, and you're upheld to a higher standard of society. And I just don't think that Captain Ventura and Twingle and even Aspen Gray is uphold those standards. And given that they're even in high command, commanding, high-ranking positions, even more so should they be held to a higher standard. But unfortunately, I feel like it's seen as the opposite. Since they're higher up, nobody can tell them to do shit, so then they use that to their advantage and they do whatever the fuck they want. Whether that's acting like a crazy psychopath or a gang member or whatever the fuck, they do that. I mean, it's crazy.
Raccoon, what's your thoughts on all of this?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
I've never experienced what he's experienced. You can't ask me my thoughts on this position.
Interesting.
You see, if I had experienced half the things that he is claiming to have experienced, being taunted in the cells, sure, that would make me really upset.
Yeah.
See, if someone was taunting me in the cells, I would not appreciate it. There's cops that have taunted me in the cells, and
Who?
There's one of them that was LSPD. I don't even know his name, man. I had never met this guy a day before my life.
Is it
And
D-Link?
What do you look like?
He looked a little bit like you, pal. With darker hair.
Just to clarify, it wasn't me.
No, it was not you. It was not you. But he kept just like mentioning like the dumbest things, and I think he must have been a criminal before, because he was like, why? He kept like questioning me about like why I had like a certain like weapon for a certain job, and I kept trying to explain to him that the guards that come out of a bank truck are heavily armed and armored, and he was just grilling me about it nonstop. And I was just like, almost like he wanted to get a reaction of anger about me, because he would not stop mentioning it. That was one of them.
I mean, it really is well said. It is well said, Raccoon.
I did complain about it to Opal. I don't remember if she would remember the guy's name or not. I did tell Opal that he was going above what I thought should have been the claimed higher standard in terms of how he was acting. Besides that, the only other cop that has ever ticked me off is Loki Sky Lizard. I've only ever had a bad experience with him.
What did Loki do?
Just the same thing, kind of like taunting me in the cells a little bit, and I
I don't
things
think
like
Loki's
that.
hired anymore.
I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you, and
like
for the
that
first
would
time, you
put
guys
a
are the
sour
only people to
taste in
really
my
listen to us, and I feel like you guys are
I know
kind of
he
taking
is.
us seriously a little bit.
However,
but I tried coming to the higher command
because
and
you're
BCSO.
passionate.
Dude, it's bad. This guy Ventura, he ruined my life. I mean, yeah, given that, you know, maybe I did do some, just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. You know, I have feelings too. You crazy people. These guys are treating me like fucking like a supervillain in the cells.
You kind of just
Like
said just because
beating
the
me, I mean-
sky's blue doesn't mean the sky's blue.
Well, I mean, just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean like you're a bad guy, right? Like for example,
like what if
Are you
he's like
saying that
Professor
you're-
Snape, dude?
Are you trying to imply that just
Okay.
because you do bad things doesn't mean you're a bad guy? Because I think that would be a little more,
that's
a little
that's
more.
what I mean. Yeah,
little
that's
more,
what I mean.
yeah.
Your criminal record doesn't define who you are as a person.
Yeah,
is that
I mean,
what
I
that-
have a moral compass, and
Now,
it's
where does
crazy
that
to say
point?
I think my moral compass, honestly, I don't know what that means.
Where does that point is crazy.
Well,
Wait,
I'm
you
just
said you have a
saying,
moral compass. Where does it point? Like, what's like what?
Like-
where do
like
your
towards
morals
the
lie?
good side, like good. It's the side of good. I don't,
Like,
So, would you say morally shooting cops is morally good?
I would plead the fifth on that.
Okay.
one.
Hobbs, I have to scroll far too many times on the MDT to get to the bottom of your CVS
Okay,
linked
yeah,
receipt
okay,
of charges.
Okay. And see, that's a valid point. But some may say I'm a misguided child, and that you know, maybe I've had
How
a
old are you?
troubled past. 22.
Jesus, you're young.
Hobbs, do you know
I
how
don't
many
know, man.
points you have on your license?
That's how old Miller is.
I'm not a good driver. Does that
Jesus,
make me
you're
a bad
74
guy?
points.
Actually,
Yeah, but does that make me a bad
Oh,
guy?
sorry, my fault.
No, no. Oh, Miller, you got to get an updated ID, bud. That expired 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
years ago.
Are
and
you
he's
driving
driving?
around on the ID?
Nah,
He's
Miller,
driving?
That's crazy. The self, the hit.
I hope you know. Hey, by the way,
Get
by
that
the
changed
way,
right now, Miller.
I'm gonna be
That's
honest with you.
fucking
Miller,
crazy.
That's a
I'll drive.
felony. Driving around on a suspended license is a felony, and that's jail
It's
time
not
in Bolingbrook.
suspended. Suspended is what yours is because you have 74 points, but
Oh.
Yeah.
in fact,
Isn't it
yours might be
suspended or
titled
expired?
revoked. Hold on one moment.
Let's double check this.
No, it's suspended. So you can get it back once you're below 20 points. So you just have to.
When is that gonna happen?
No, it
100
says
years from
revoked.
now?
Yeah.
It's not revoked though.
No, he does. Unfortunately, he does have to get. You haven't gotten this bitch back since December 21st.
That is.
How
I went to
that
driving
many times while
I'm not
driving?
gonna lie, I went to driving school back in the
Well,
day.
Raccoon, it doesn't help when you start driving your absolute ass and then you force him to drive.
Yo, he didn't fucking know that, bro. Now you're just airing me out, man. Like, what the fuck?
He did fucking know that because, bitch, you said it before you Hello?
Yeah,
I was present
a
when you
point,
said
Raccoon.
I'm bad at driving.
Yeah, but you weren't hired in 2023, were you?
Oh my god, Raccoon, I'm gonna search your
no, it's
person.
alright.
Is there anything that's gonna post that sticker prod me?
Absolutely
Anyways,
not. I've never had a weapon
Mr.
on
Hobbs
me.
is ready
ever.
to go. Sorry,
Grabs the wrong one.
I don't have
Ron,
my
you might have
contacts
to
in.
drive us.
I am driving
Yeah.
us, dumbass.
Yeah.
Oh, why do you have Juan
Around
Carlos
03.
Fernandez's ID?
Oh, that's my
Whoa.
that's my guy. That's my guy. It's not stolen. Don't worry about it. That's my dog.
Come on, Miller,
Is-
give me
There
only
were
me
762
keys,
in the
please.
glove box of the vehicle, by the way,
Oh, I
Rose.
have keys. I have
Okay.
keys.
He didn't
Wait,
have.
Wait, there was?
Hernandez,
How
He
many?
didn't have the
Am I
class
allowed
two.
to
How much
transport him?
762 was
He
in
didn't
there?
have it.
No,
Oh,
he dumped it.
They
Who's
they have
talking to
any
you,
other
Raccoon?
color.
76 MRPD with 195.
I dumped it. What are you talking
I
about?
am going to be grabbing the radio. Sorry, the radio, the oxy, and
The carbon
the
radiator
plankton
impact?
device.
I'll do that now.
Okay, sounds good.
Bring that if you want.
This.
Has she got
Sounds
a picture
good.
already?
That does look like plankton. You're right.
Yep. I'm taking the mask off too.
Go ahead.
399, 23 MRPD. 95.
Well, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can't be used against you in the court of law. You do have the right to an attorney during any and all questioning, and if you can't afford one, would be provided by the state if available. Do you understand
Can I
these
go to-
rights?
I understand my rights. Can I go to the same cells as Mr. Hobbs?
I have to process you up north, and I don't know who's processing him.
No, you're gonna split us up. That's evil.
Well, as much as I don't want to, I
Can we have another
to.
officer on the scene?
work,
Because
guys.
last time I was
245
getting
is
processed
10-8.
by you, it didn't go how I wanted.
You were claiming there was a monkey. Are we leaving the vehicle here?
611, 10-8. There's another A boost, a Buffalo STX going around.
I guess so.
Do we have a location on it?
390 76 BCSO
It's
195.
up in Toledo.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Two
that guy
cars
did
around.
sure have a story to
Okay,
tell.
I'll go grade out
Yep.
then.
He's a yapper.
Seems
You want to
like
know
it,
my
man.
honest thoughts on what he said?
What?
I do feel as though the comments he mentioned, other people said, were probably not very professional. But I feel like if every officer were to maintain a very professional tone in response, people would find us to be very unapproachable and generally I don't want to say unfriendly.
I agree, but there's got to be a limit. You know?
There
like,
is.
I've had
I
great
agree. Yeah.
experiences with so many officers, right? And I think that it would take a lot for me to say I've had a bad experience with an officer. And you know, like all my time in the city, I could proudly say there's only 2 officers that I've had a bad experience with. I think that is very fair. And I mean, he seems to have claimed that he had a bad experience with 2 officers as well. I don't think he outed the entire officers. He just thinks that the apple is not falling far from the tree, which he has a different perspective on it, I guess. I don't believe in the same perspective, but I can't live in his shoes, you know?
Yeah.
I can't feel what he feels, and I can't have I mean, I've had everything ripped from under me before, and I've had everything ripped from under me right now. Not due to the PD, but like, I can tell you, I feel very strongly when that type of thing happens. I can't fault the guy, you know?
No.
Do I think he should go around smoking Ventura for how he feels? No. If he wants to change his life and go for a mayoral campaign, I think that'd be like appropriate.
How does thing work?
I can't spill my secrets.
Hold on.
Do you even know what it does?
Yeah. The
Why'd
key
you
is
take
on me, so why is it not? Well, shucks.
Guess you gotta program it properly, man.
Yep. Yeah, it turned off in your presence.
I mean, what do you think, Rhodes? Do you think it's fair for someone to feel a type of way if they've had a bad experience with a police officer, in their opinion?
Watch your head. I think it's fair for anybody to feel however they feel, right? Like I will never tell somebody how to feel. What I will say is that oftentimes, and I'm not saying this about this situation. By the way, if the lights get too bright, I will fix you over in the cell. I will say that oftentimes people have unrealistic expectations of certain things, and to be clear, I'm not saying that about him with correct. And the reason I reiterate that is because there are things that were said there that if those genuinely happened, right, and do consider that there's multiple sides to every story, obviously not ideal, not professional, sure, but let me take the, actually, let me seize your possessions, uno momento.
Yeah.
There we are, and I will.
We're looking clear this time around. If I'm honest with you, we're looking good.
Good.
No monkey.
All right. Yeah. Oftentimes for the how do I explain this properly? Like there's always a power dynamic, right? You behind the cells, me here. If I start shit talking you, obviously that's gonna make you not very happy. I would never take advantage of that unless, and this is a big unless I have report that individual and it's friendly banter that like I would never do with someone that I don't actually know and know how they would take it, right?
Yep.
Now, in saying that, we've had scenarios where, let's say somebody was getting processed alongside somebody else and one officer is having a bantery conversation with the other, and then suddenly the uninvolved person who's just in the area starts getting upset on behalf of the person who does have rapport with the officer. And I say this
That's
to
just
somebody
a complete
who
misunderstanding then.
correct. So here's the thing. When I was in high command, that happened fairly often. I'm not going to say it was like a daily thing, but like complaints would come in regarding that. And it was literally misunderstandings that could have been resolved had everyone have just spoken to each other. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen all that often. People in the moment get heated, say things, do things. And then because they say and do those things and sort of like they have their crash out moment, they then do something stupid. And then whenever they try to complain, it's deemed as like, no, they were just crashing out, you know? It's just, I don't know how to explain it properly, but the long story short is it's hard to hear those things from Hobbs without having been there because again, maybe there was more context, you know?
Yeah.
He could be being facetious and like, yeah, while those things technically happened, or even pedantic, the reality does exist that like, what if it was in a bantery tone then, but their dynamic has since changed and it's now being framed in a not so good light? I don't know. I wasn't there. It's very difficult to understand when you weren't present, right?
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. He could be, you know, that could be a possibility, but you also got to remember that his friend definitely got wiped up in something big. And if I ask a cop why he got wiped up into it, and the cop tells me, you pissed me off, so I decided to go after you personally. Whatever. It's like, that's gonna hit the gut a little bit, you know?
Yeah. You want to know the reality of that?
The reality is 9 class 2s in a month is absurd.
Well, not even just that. Okay, Raccoon, I'm gonna try to put this into perspective because that sounds like someone saying the quiet part out loud. But again, I'm gonna put this into perspective. Let's say I really hate you, Raccoon. I hate you so much, and every time I do something to you, I get no response. I get very little reaction. You deal with the consequences and you move on every time without fail, right? as somebody who's very petty, I am going to move on. Okay? If I'm not getting that rise out of you, the rise that I so desperately want, and to be clear, I'm not actually talking about me. I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah, I understand.
I hate to break it to you, but if you want to hurt someone or get to someone, you don't target them, you target the people they care about.
I agree.
Because then other people are getting harmed or put at a disadvantage because, I mean, yes,
Who
although
they associate with.
correct, although they still technically in these circumstances did something wrong, right? Ultimately, if my focus gets shifted the tiniest bit in their direction because of some affiliation, and they actually did something wrong, and there is justification to push something on someone, guess what? 9 times out of 10, someone's gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because you affiliate with them, right? Let's not pretend that, you know, you didn't dump a class 2 into somebody's fucking car. Let's say that car was registered to Joe fucking Schmo, right? The next time I go and see Joe Schmo and I realize he's had 10 fucking class 2s in the past month, suddenly there's now a focus on Joe Schmo and proper justification. And technically the last straw on the camel's back was you going into their car. Even though they technically didn't do anything all sorts of crazy,
I got
you just
fucked.
pointed me in that direct, correct. But again, that could also be phrased as you as Raccoon saying, well, you know what? It's because Rhodes fucking hates me and he told me to my face he did it because he doesn't like me and he wanted to get back at me by hurting the people I care about. When really, it's because, you know, the other person did actually do something wrong. It's all a matter of perspective.
With you, but the perspective, I mean, there's still the narrative that he probably shouldn't have said that. Like, I mean, do you disagree with the fact that
No. What I heard him say, again, unless I had rapport with the individual and it was done in a bantery tone, I never would expect that to, or I would never want that to come of, you know, or out of an officer's mouth to somebody in custody. Even if I have rapport with someone and I can tell as a result of whatever situation we're in, they're not very happy, I'm not going to pull out those bantery bits or conversations. It's just not going to happen. Like, for the same reason that when somebody's upset, they should not make any rash decisions for, you know, until they sleep it over. In the moment, you can't just convince somebody to, telling someone to calm down isn't going to make them fucking calm down. Like, trying to entertain a bantery conversation while someone's pissed is not going to work. So I would never do that. I feel as though I'm fairly good at reading the room when it comes to situations like that, but I can't say that of other officers. I will say this. Ventura is really good at what he does. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that he's never done anything wrong. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all have to make judgment calls regarding our job. And, like, you know, starting those bantery conversations with people is always a risk.
Thing of we weren't there, you know? I mean, like, that's just what it is. That's what it comes down to, I think.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I fear, because the thing is, I know Ventura quite well. I fear that, like, stuff like what he's saying could have been, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just, this is a realistic possibility.
It could have been a banter.
It could have been a bantery conversation, and their rapport has since changed, and it's now being reframed as, well, he said these things, you know? Because you take those things out of context, and guess what?
Yeah.
It ends up being or looking really bad. Especially, I mean, think of it like this. If these conversations, a bantery conversation, imagine it wasn't done verbally in front of each other.
Regardless though, Rhodes, banter or not, anything could be spun any way.
Yes,
like
100%.
I could have a bantery action, and that action could still have a consequence.
100%.
So it's just
100%.
Regardless of how he's framing it, right? The words are the words, and I will stand with him and say, like, even if it was banter, if now he feels some type of way about it, I mean, the words still have a consequence the same way an action would, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think a good example of that is, imagine it wasn't done verbally and was instead done over text message, right? Like, you don't get the tone involved, and because we weren't present for the conversation, we didn't get the same tone that was present during these conversations.
I agree.
A message, despite the words being identical, a message can be conveyed way differently verbally with, you know, how it's said, just the tone in which something is said. And that is entirely lost when you start getting into a text message, which is very problematic.
I agree.
Which is why you